let's see if what we currently have works. All right. The other island should be just up here. I'm gonna need to make an icon for the boat as well. Okay, where does he go? Okay, so we need to... At least that works. So if I jump back, I'm just gonna teleport. I'm not getting any docking spells here, and we need to fix the teleport over there. Okay. Docking trigger main beach. This would be why. Alright, and then there was the teleport. Which should be this one. So what if I plop this there instead? And verify that it's the correct GeoID. That should be number 4 on Dragon Isle. Seem to be identical. So hey Traff, how are you doing, buddy? So it worked on, let's see what happens here. Teleport to landing start. Maybe I'll need to have triggered GeoID there as well, maybe. Right, let's try that. Might also have to put that after the rest, but we'll see. Hey, Stefan. You have no idea what kind of stress I've been through today. This entire level kind of stopped working properly, so I've been spending like 18 hours just debugging. That was quite a pain. Alright, so the teleport should work now. But it's invisible, so I'll need to reload. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, losing your progress in games like that kinda sucks. Sick of it? Nah. I'm a problem solver. Alright. So now we're getting a spell here at least. Just gonna teleport over. Holy hell, it's far. That was too far. Where the hell am I? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna... There's the spell. And... she's not being teleported there, why? Could it be... oh, no, I have generated AI here. So where are you teleported then? Oh, you're teleported there. Why? Why is that happening? Are you, looking somewhere else? Teleport to landing start? It should be... should be there. Right, so if player entered this trigger and they're both, then give this spell. And if they use the spell and the owner is that player and it is a boat, then maybe these have to be... maybe I should try to move this. I do. And instead alright. What's going on here then? Interesting. Okay, so where are you hiding right now? Curious. Oh, maybe I don't have start triggers anymore. I don't, that's why. That is very much why. And he's gonna do version control again. I wish they could just disable that completely. Or fix it. Come on. Okay. Go there, please. So, why? Why on earth are you heading there? Maybe I instead should reorganize a bit. So, player dock landing. This is where we intend for them to land when they dock, yeah? This is definitely not. Landing start. Landing start. So this works, and it's done before. It is without the trigger GUID though. So if we replicate that, it should work. So character GUID, it's going to teleport the player, and just landing, start, nothing else. Could it be that it's conflicting with this? Because we don't need a user, do we? Yeah, we do. Landing start. Let's make sure that there's no typo there. There was not. So if the ship uses the spell, that I don't see why that shouldn't work. Unless it's not detecting this. Could that be? Let's check that boarding area. Expand that just a bit. As long as they're within this. This is a point trigger though, yeah? Mm-hmm. Right. And the GUID definitely is that 8F6, 8F6, yeah. '87. Oh, A87, yeah. Identical. That should work. I do not see why it's not working. Oh well, I should probably have removed that first. Okay. Please go there now. Absolutely mind-blowing. Hey Millie. I'm currently trying to figure out why the player isn't teleporting to the correct location. Landing start. It's just an event trigger, right? Wow, that is a long time, Millie. Why would it be up that long? Lock-in trigger. Well, at least I'm not alone. Though I can't for any reason understand why. This should be a poly trigger, boarding area. Yeah. And seems fine. So why isn't it working? Is there any difference between those? I'm not seeing any difference there either. Let's try something then. That wouldn't work. Never mind. I'm gonna see if Windemir is around. Maybe he has an idea. Ah, he's offline. He is offline. Everything works except for the teleport. Why is that? It is a triggered GUID. And it's working for the boats. And it's using a character GUID, player ship, and it's using a player ship start. Which would be trigger number 3. Boat start. Like that. That's a point trigger. It's not global. Point trigger is global. Can that possibly be the reason? So what if I just delete this for now and make a new point trigger? We wait for the dumb version control that Larian insists of having there while being bugged. So we wait. Call it something else. Landing. Alright, so air dock landing. Number 4, landing start. Airship start. So fine, goes there because it's the player ship. Which is that? Now, this is number 4, which should be this. Oh, I need to do an object isn't trigger. That is why I found dumb. So if player ship is in trigger, and that will be docking location. Let's try this. Because the docking location would be this poly trigger. sorry. Alright, so now it should work. In theory. Alright, come on. Land there now. Yes! That was why. Brilliant. Sailing works. And our boat is there. Yes! Smooth. And if we go on it, we sail back. I've gotta do something about that atmosphere trigger right there. So we have currently 2 more islands that also needs docking areas. I'm hoping to do at least one of them during tonight. Now, if I use this spell, she should land there. She did not. Why is that? Can I dock over here? Or is it something that makes it be a one-time thing? Okay, so that works. Why may that be then? Let's have a look. Could it be because we don't have a restore all? Or is it because... I think I know why. No. There's a pulley trigger over here as well. Probably underneath here. So these guys also needs some love. I do that and then hit generate. Still nothing. So something is happening here now, making us unable to land here. What changed other than is he connected to the right one here? Shrine Isle. DFBO, yeah, it seems that way. Boarding area, Shrine Isle, D8, 70, 62, 71, yeah, that's identical. Landing start should be fine, but let's double check that as well. Beach main. DF55, DF55. TP, FTJ. Files, beach main, FDA, yeah? It'd be something simple as yeah, that's why. Where is it? Can be. Okay, now it's definitely far enough down. And is it still side? I believe it does, yeah. So now it's definitely inside. Without a doubt. Unless... No, that's just a docking spell, so that should be fine. What's going on here then? Okay, from what I can tell, everything looks fine in the story. Yeah, that must have been it. It just wasn't entirely in the trigger. So now that works, and if we hop over to this island, it works there as well. Brilliant. Problem solved. Damn, you need to keep your tongue straight and everything doing this. Holy macaroni. Alright, let's add another docking area. Now, Fort Joy is supposed to be over there. And I think I might actually have to do 2 docking areas here. Because it's open on each end, and I can't really block it off with rocks. So I'm thinking maybe I should just do 2 different docking areas, depending on kind of which end they're on. Yeah. You know what? It's a bit of an effort, but I think it will be worth it. So we're gonna have 1 docking area here. So we're gonna need a couple of triggers. We're gonna need a point trigger for where player lands. We're gonna need to sort these as well. Let's call them add new layer. We're gonna call them boat triggers, simple. And we're gonna make a new layer within that, calling that off ship landing points. That's the boat starts. I'll probably remove all the triggers you have there, Skimlet, and undo my own triggers. For many reasons, naming conventions and locations and folders and stuff like that. I'll also probably do that atmosphere through scripting. Off-boat landing, docking trigger. Let's just move them there for now. What do you mean atmosphere does not line up? Ligne? Do you mean line up as in line? With a cross thing? I do not know what a cross thing is. Oh, on this island? I thought you meant the Dragon Island. As in, the point of the island is that there should be a hidden cave under the island, which is marked by an X made from the shadows of some trees. Yeah, gotcha. And the hatch should be here. Oh yeah, because you've probably done that by aligning the sun, haven't you? So that the sun, the pitch of the sun, like this, yeah. So that's probably your cross. I might be as lame as and just move the hatch to where the cross is now as well. Probably. These are the ones I want. Bridge. Currently no. Main door. And then we have spell triggers. And then boarding areas. Yeah, Millie. I know the feeling. I'm usually, I've learned not to care as much. I just go over and send them all over if I want to switch locations. Alright, so first we do wrong island. Should be roughly here. Let's do both at the same time. So we're gonna make this would be south theory, but hey, Brownwax. So we should probably change these for naming conventions. Let's use this one. So everything on this end is going to be A. So this is when the player steps off ship. Hey, Branwex is no stranger, he's a modder as well. He has this a cool adventure mod of his own, where you're basically no one special and you start off, you know, with nothing and try to get through the world, as far as I understood, and find that to be quite an appealing breath of fresh air compared to being someone, you know, that you have a destiny and you must save the world and... Okay, and the other landing point should be maybe around here. But is that too yeah, that's very close to the treasure. We do not want that. So maybe we should just do one landing point here. Seems like a natural kind of area. Oh, that's some high-res textures. Why can't I target this? Is this still... Oh, I think this is still a level template. So I'll need to explode it. Is it? Huh? Okay, this is weird. There's no level templates. At all. So it is exploded as I thought it would be. But... cannot click anything. What? Yeah, but that's just the terrain. And like this. I can't actually click, you know, the items on the island. Okay, well that's interesting. Why would that be? Hey, hold on. That's something. Okay, so it is grouped. It is grouped. But they're all one unit. Like, see, it's behaving as if it's a level template, but it's not. I kinda don't wanna ungroup them either. Okay, this is a new one. I'm gonna hit save. And then I'm gonna try to ungroup them. It's processing thing. Still nothing. What? I've never seen this before. Yeah, I might actually have to remove the islands and add them. Because this is very weird. Oh. No. I wonder... another day in Divinity Engine. Bloody hell. Okay, so... they're basically ghost items. Or maybe they're... no, because then I should still be able to click this. I mean, it registers the items individually, so it definitely knows. I think I know why. That's why. I had unlocked these more recently, but yesterday I got this huge bug with the project, so the level took like between 2 and 4 minutes to load. And so I reverted to a backup. Yeah, backup all the time. So in this backup, these were still locked. That's why I couldn't target any of them. Whew. No, it was roughly like this, wasn't it? I can use my trigger as a reference point. Wherever I put that trigger now. There it is. So something like that. Yeah. That's fine. Alright. I can click things again. Hey Manuel. So I want to have the docking here, so I'm going to need to make some small changes. I'm going to move this rubble. Oh, nice detail with the skull there. I like those things. Skumledan is the one who's made these small extra islands, and he has a really good eye for details. So whenever I discover like small things like, you know, this, it's just, there's even a letter, you know, and he's placed it. And I betcha he's paid attention to almost having a grip there as well. I never played them, no, I've just looked at them. So I'm still discovering all the details. Right, I'm gonna move this a bit aside. Something like... I'm gonna need to move that rock as well. Now let's make sure that he sits comfortably. Bit more. Like that. Okay, that's good enough for now. And it was that rock. And I believe this is the terrain of Pirate Island, so we're gonna need to change that a little bit as well. Alright. I want to take the Shrine Island. Okay, so that's there. Is it visible yet? No. That's visible. What texture have you used here? The wavy one. That should be... Which one is that? Not that one. I know I have it somewhere. Wavy. No. That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. No, not that much up. That's perfect. Gonna need to merge this later. Oh, it's super strong. Right, that's good enough for now. Just enough to... So we're just gonna have one landing point here. Oops. So that'll be player dock landing. Just stay in place, editor. When I want you to scroll, I'll do that myself. Okay, good. It's in the right location as well. And we're gonna need a spot where the player boat is gonna start. Point trigger, there you are, thank you. Stop making items. No man, if anything we should find all the problems so that we know what to avoid. Now we know not to use AI triggers in level templates, and we know... Well, yeah, I think that's all we learned this time. So the player ship are gonna start there. That would be number 3. Now, the cool thing with these now 91 lines of code is that instead of making all of this for every island, I can now just add these triggers to this list, and it will just compare if the player is in that trigger, then for example, docking location will be the docking location within this line, which is very, very useful. Very convenient. Saves a ton of effort and keeping it neat and clean. Wow, hello Devon. Yeah, that's been a pretty good while. It's a version check, Millie. It's basically kind of their backup system, but it's also a licensed thing, so we don't actually get anything out of it, but we can't disable it either because it's built into the engine. So it's checking if all the files are valid within the backup that we don't have, but it's still doing it because that's how the software works. So I think it's an internal trigger, like every 20 minutes or something like that. Or if X amount of minutes have passed without any item activity, then it's gonna run a version check. So that's probably why you can sort of keep dropping things when you're building, but as soon as you stop building and do something else and then start building again, then it's gonna verify files, which is very annoying. Paradile, okay, great. Now we're missing the docked ship and a boarding area. So we need to make a polygon trigger. I'm gonna drop this to the other monitor. But again, that's not fact, that's me speculating what it does, or tries to do. Do you want to tell me what your idea was then? That's the boarding area. And now we need a docked ship. So maybe like that. Will they be able to click it? So? Yeah, it should be fine. And that's gonna need to have a use action. Increase use distance. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a decent guess. And I only got this speculation because someone told me what the particular software or, you know, kind of plugin that is. Devon, I'm actually making a mod, well, kind of a story mod campaign expansion to a game called Divinity Original Sin 2. It's an RPG, and a rather good one as well. And so I'm feeding my creative outlet by making my own sort of unofficial expansion pack to that game's campaign. Right now I'm making kind of the series of islands. Well, I'm making Big Island, and a guy named Skumleren is making the smaller ones, which I'm now currently adding docking areas to. Probably move this a bit closer. Maybe not. There, should be roughly fine. I feel like I'm missing one thing. Name. Fishing rod, no. Oh, of course they're not called that anymore. Move to active. The developer software, yes. That's right.
night is dark, come to me, the night is long. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me.
Right. So now we need to copy that. GID. Oh, it's number 2. Now we're gonna need to do a couple more things for that. Boarding boat, boarding boat. Go chips. And then we need to make the area that gives the boat the docking spell. Yeah, Control Shift F11, that's correct. So then I'm gonna need a event trigger. Rotate that a bit. Make that a bit wider. Like this. Should be fine. Is there anywhere else I use that? I don't think so. Static boats, I believe we have all we need. So now we should actually be able to sail to this island as well. So we're gonna test that. I'm gonna hit save. Could have done that after I generated the story, but whatever. So if I've been able to keep my tongue straight in my mouth now, then we should have another island we should be able to sail to. In theory. So let's try. And every time I use the boats, I need to actually completely reload the level for it to work. I'm gonna do that quickly. And come to think of it, I might have to do a short AI region as well. A pirate island. So let's do that. Oh, it seems to be fine actually. But right, no, oh yeah, of course there was a rock there, so I'll do that area. It covers all of the items I moved. Should be fairly quick. Right. Actually, I wanna start here. Well, not there. Yeah, Okay, so now I will sail the boat to the Dragon Island, step off the boat and then on again, and then I'll sail to the Pirate Island. So far, so good. Right? So far, so good. Now the other island should be a bit more north. Yeah, Bran, I've spent a couple of days on this. Oh, I'm meeting a block here. I can't move the camera further. Could be camera lock. Still hidden. Oh, I haven't added a set invisible yet, but that works. And if I click that, we should become the boat again. Oh, something is happening here. And I know what. I think I know what. Maybe. We're sinking! No! Okay. That is probably this water right here. What? Why is it sinking right there? Can't see anything. Yeah, you can see the borders of the this is the well, no, I can't. I'm gonna stay PG. So, see, there's a hole here that I need to cover up. What I'm actually doing here is I have this water plane on top here, but I have a terrain using the exact same texture, but this texture actually wasn't available as a terrain texture. And the only version of it is the Fort Joy water, but that has the lands of Fort Joy kind of cut out. So I made a new water plane. So I have this whole this boat is actually a player, and it's actually walking on this water plane, just water terrain just beneath this water plane. And this is not a physical model, it's actually a effect similar to spell. So I've made a spell with the look of a boat that is hovering a couple of meters above the ground, so that it's aligning up with the water. The final step that I want to try to do is similar to the slugs in Fort Joy that kind of draws fire behind them. I want to do that, except that it draws ripples behind it. That would be kind of the final touch that I want, but that will be kind of, you know, when everything else is done. So we're missing the set on stage stuff, which is down here. Now, initially I was trying to add the dock ships here, but when I had it within this kind of compiled script, it only made one of them off stage. So instead, when these two flags are set, it's making the docked boats either invisible or visible. I'm quickly just gonna add this. Like that, and then that should disappear as well. And I know it will, so I'm not even gonna test it. Now, I meant to end the stream by now. I only really wanted to fix the docking stuff, and now that's fixed. And it's working perfectly. Tomorrow, I'll probably make a player icon for this boat, and I have kind of a funny plan for that. I'm gonna make this boat a 10th of its size. So I'm basically gonna make a small island and that boat and some water and a couple of splashes to make ripples. And I'm gonna make an icon of a boat sailing, kinda. So that'll be fun experiments, which I hope will work. That's the player ship. I'm gonna need to think of something to make the players not sail up on this end. Be like, hey, I want to dock here. Maybe I could. I could maybe make a docking area here as well, to be honest. Maybe here. And then add a couple of more rocks here and some reef, and to kind of imply that this is not where you want to dock, but not to be obvious. I don't want to put big rocks like, hey, you can't dock here. So I might just add another docking point at the other side for the sake of keeping things more natural and flexible. And it will also cover up some of the linings here, saving me some work there as well. And something I'm not going to do on stream, I think, is adding all the coral reefs and the water bottom, because I don't want everywhere to look like this. I want it to have some areas that looks more like this. So it's going to be a bit of work to kinda, yeah, add some life. So I'll be spending probably some Netflix show on the other monitor an afternoon and just binge watching and designing the seafloor. And then I need to finish up the content on this island. Luckily I was able to save most of the instance painting as well. So yeah, I don't know if you saw that Brandvex, but we also fixed so that the players can chop down this tree to make a bridge, so that they can reach where they want to build the cabin. So I temporarily placed a lumber axe there. They can either hit the tree enough and kind of break it manually, or they can just get an axe. And sadly, another thing that was causing issues was, or actually no, it's back. Yes! Yes, it worked, but something's happening here that I don't like. Well, it will be hidden anyways when the players step inside, so that's okay. It can be like that. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to end tonight. But for those few of you who are here to learn stuff, I want to share what I learned from Windermere the other night as well, using... I've been very comfortable with most story script, but one of the things that's really eluded me are the manual kind of database variables like this. And what really made me understand it better was, if you think of it as, for me, MySQL is familiar for me when you do big databases of users, passwords, stuff like that. And for me it worked to kind of make a comparison with that, and then it suddenly all made sense. So for example here, instead of adding, I could copy paste this entire thing and do that for every island, but that would be very messy and very, yeah, dirty, unclean. So instead I've made DB, DC Boat Agency, and I'm calling that here. There's 4 variables within every line, and for my own sake I've also named them kind of what these 4 boxes are. And I'm adding this within the first section, the if section, with a naming. That could be anything. I've decided this myself, but it needs to be unique so that it doesn't conflict with anything else. So I couldn't do _player here, for example. And then instead of calling every trigger or item or event or string, I just do this name instead. So when I, for example, want to do yeah, for example here, I want to check that a player is within a certain trigger. So instead of doing the actual trigger here, I just do trigger GID, since it needs an individual, not any of them, but a specific one. Then it's checking dock lock, which is number 1 in this database. So if the player is within this trigger, and that happens to be the Dragon Isle one, then it's gonna make this line valid. So the dock ship and the player start, ship start and landing start within this line will then also apply to this whole kind of this if then section. So then it also know that if I set player start here, then that's the trigger whatever I choose it to be is going to use rather than a specific one. It's very more flexible, and you saw how fast I added another island there. I just added a couple of more triggers and then added those to this list rather than making this whole thing here for a new island. And for example, if you want to make a digging thing, if you want to dig for treasure, I've been considering to do that. Just give the player a spell and they can do a shovel, and if they're within a certain area with a certain timer cooldown, they can dig and try to find treasure. So it's very simple, and that's why it was hard for me, because it's so simple. I needed a strict rule set. My mind is a very systematical computer kind of mind. I need rules, kind of. I need a frame set for things to be in. But yeah, Brandmex, for scripting, there, if you want to make it organized and clean, the biggest tips I have is a region like this. I just give it a name. So docking boat visibility can be whatever, just so that you understand what it's for. Now, I'm just gonna do this to docking. So I have one region here for visibility of the docking boats. And then I have the sailing system there. So it's when you start getting a couple of hundred lines, it's very useful to just be able to open and close categorized sections of it. So that's a big tip. Really put this to use. I can't explain how convenient that has been in the bigger scripts. And that's something I only recently employed as well. So there's many other scripts here that are more messy. Kind of just one continuous kind of stuff. Now I have separated some of it with comments like this, but still. So one of the other side projects I want to do, but it's down prioritized because I don't want to feature creep. One of them is what I mentioned about digging, so that the player can have a spell that has 100 turns cooldown because you only use it out of combat. And then you can use it, and it will start a digging animation as long as you're within, you know, whatever area I've specified that is diggable. And then I'm going to have a random variable that it has a certain chance to do this or that, which is actually similar to what I'm going to do with this door, because what happens here is that this is a part of one of the main quests in Chronicles of Divinity. But if players try to brute force their way through this door by either attacking it or lockpicking it, then he's gonna retaliate. And it's not gonna be one thing, he's gonna have several things he can do, and he's gonna be random. Everything from dropping lava on the stairs. Oh, and there's stone checkpoint statue. Oh, do you mean these rivers here? Do you mean this? It's fairly simple. The most tricky bit is covering up the sections, but this is just a waterfall. Like that. And you have a river plane. Like this. It's just another water plane that looks like a moving river. And then you find clever ways to kind of cover up, which I've started briefly doing down here, by a rock that aligns just at the end where that does, and cover up with some splashes, and it looks decently natural. And I'll need to cover up down here as well. Add some more bottom floor stuff. It will start looking like, I don't know, nature eventually. So yeah, like I said, biggest tip I can give, regions. And if you're kind of having a system that's doing the same thing over and over again, whether that be multiple guards, for example. Let's say you have a ton of guards that if you do a certain thing, then all the guards are gonna move to that, and say they wanna interrogate you or they wanna make a line. Then instead of making if player enter trigger, let's do that as an example here. Let's say that if character used item, let's say you used a door that you aren't supposed to, then guard move to this, guard proc dialogue, guard do this, and then you do all of this for every guard. Oh yeah, I have my own to-do list, Brandmix. I have a rather big list on Freed Camp, in fact. So, yeah. I'll see if I can show you that. Without spoiling anything. I'm opening the browser on my other monitor. Okay, yeah, so as you see, I have quite a couple of categories for myself, from recipes to new classes to technical issues. I filled up a couple of these the other day. One of them now being when you sail the boat, you may have noticed that the movement marker is really, really big. I want to make that smaller somehow. And yeah, I have tons of stuff going on here. Now there's many of them I don't want to show for various reasons, because I try to keep in mind spoilers when streaming so that anyone who's really interested don't, you know, end up spoiling themselves for cool moments. At least I try to limit them. So yeah, this is where I kinda sit down every night when I'm done working and sit in my bed with the laptop, listening to music, watching YouTube. I go over ideas and write them down and... But yeah, as I was saying, instead of doing all of this for every guard, if you want to have multiple guards doing the same thing upon an event, then you could just do guards and you could call it DB, I don't know, guards react kills Malady. Let's say that when you kill Malady in a certain place, then guards are going to react, and then you can just add the guards like this, and add all the guards down like that. So in a script, when you, for example, do if character dying Malady, then, well, you need an and, because you need to tell this particular section that it knows where to go. So and this, and we need to fill a variable. So let's say guard, Malady guard. Then move to, isn't it? Where is the character move to? Yeah. So character, and then you just do Malady guard, and then all the guards with that. You might have to do your character GUID before this. Like that. You might have to. Just keep that in mind. Try around a bit. And then location. And they would be running. This is no event. And yeah, they will run at double speed. So when Malady dies here, then all the guards are going to move to whatever location and they're going to run. So now you're telling 5 guards to run there when Malady dies, rather than doing this 5 times. And that's immensely useful. So yeah, anyway, that will be probably be all for today. I hoped to stream more today, but as I said, I've been spending all day trying to fix that. Yeah, procs are also useful. In my case here, it didn't really work as... I'm using a small one, but proc didn't do it for this case. Since it's not a chain of events, it's only one event, but it's happening multiple locations. So, but yeah, definitely procs are also very, very handy. So anyone who gets into story scripting, sooner or later learn how to do this and learn how to do procs. And yeah, if you get your head around why those are useful, then you are really far ahead. You're well on your way to making almost Larian level content. So yeah, I'm gonna round it off there with this victorious music. Hit a quick save, and I'll probably stream. Yeah, Larian uses them. I don't think you can almost find any quest story goal that doesn't use procs. At least any sub goals, because you can find multiple. This, for example. So yeah, that will be it for tonight. I will spend my morning tomorrow with coffee, probably painting some coral reefs, and let's see where we go from there. yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thank you guys for watching and have a good evening. And you know me, Millie, it'll probably be at least 1 more hour before I actually sleep. And I believe Dima said he would stream late tonight as well, so maybe I'll catch the beginning of that. Yeah, I'll round off there and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye.